All right, everyone, welcome to this quick tutorial on how to set up an FAQ within Wix. So this is one of our clients' websites that we did for them, and this is the FAQ we set up for them here. So as you can see, it's you could use it, you could check out the different questions here, you have the little title there. So we're going to explain how to do that within Wix. Before I jump right into the video, I just want to mention we have trainings, 12 trainings for service businesses. So if ever you're interested in that, they're going to be linked below in the description. So it gives you more ideas on how to optimize the website, the design of the website, structure of the website, and more in depth. And this video is just going to go over the tutorial within Wix. So without further ado, let's jump into the actual training. So this is our website. So this is our website here. And within it, let me just go back to the homepage. This is our own website here, our agency's website. And we don't have an FAQ section. We don't believe it works for a brand, but I'm going to show you here within it. This is our website. So I would show you within it how you would set it up if you were to do it. So first thing you want to do is you want to go to the app market. The thing is with the FAQ, it's not an actual embedded thing within Wix, but Wix has a software called the Wix FAQ that you could download and you could use for your own. So if I go here and I write Wix FAQ, let's see here, it's going to pop up here. Obviously mine is still installed, is already installed. So what you would do is you would just install it. And then when you've installed it, then you would add to your site. So I'm just going to say add again, just because now it's the second time. Now it's going to take a little bit of time to load. And meanwhile, I just want to show you, some different features. So within it, you can have different categories. You can have some links. We're going to cover how to set all those up. And you could also have it for different languages. So I'm not going to show you here, but in 2 languages, you could set up, if you have a French website and an English website, Spanish website, you can have it different for every single one. The other thing I couldn't find a way to change, and I don't believe there is a way to change, is the title. So you can't change the title between 2 forms. You have to create maybe another form. But in any case, you could change all the questions and the answers. So we're going to cover that a little bit. So now that it's loaded up, let's see what it looks like. So now it's added to this section. I just created a section, which is what I would recommend is you would just, add a new section instead of embedding it with something already. It just makes it a little bit easier. So here we have it. Here's the FAQ. So first thing is to manage the FAQ. So manage the actual questions within it. So if you go here, manage FAQs. Taking a little time to load. You're going to have here all the categories and all the questions and answers you could set up. So here you have it, category 1, category 2, category 3. So this is a category I just invented. It's called test category. And in this case, we're just going to have a question called how much is the roof cost, and the answer here. So if I were to do add new, I could add a new category. So let's just say test 2. I would add it here. That would create me a category. And then I could add new, and I could add a question and answer. So I could have how much is your roof cost? Does a roof repair cost? Let me make it a little bit. How much? Okay. How much does? Let's just do this. Then I could add here question and answer. So if I go here, I say, let's say, how much does a roof repair cost? And then here, our prices vary. Contact us at, let's just put our own website here, just because I want to show you some features with links, so digital.com. So you would set this up. You could set up, a bunch of different information here. You want to embed a YouTube video, you could do that. You could add some audio files. There's so many little things you could do. You can make, the design a little bit prettier. If you want to add some dividers, you want to do that and this sort of stuff. But for most cases, for most service businesses, typical just FAQ normal one's going to suffice. So let's just go here. You could choose a category you want to add it to. In our case, we're going to add it to test 2. So save here. So now as you see, test 2 here, we have it. Question 1, how much is the roof repair cost? And here you have it there. So that's pretty much it for the questions and answers. Now, if you want to have the design modified, you go to settings. And then here within settings, let me just drag it here. You're going to have the display. So you could show the title. In our case, like I was saying, if you have a multilingual site, I don't know of any way to have the same FAQ translated, but have the title translated. So if there's a bug where the title doesn't translate. So, for us, since we have a French and English website, then having questions, works in French, and question works in French, and questions works in English. So we just leave it that, or else you could just remove the title. It's bugging a little bit, but It's all good. So here you have also the search bar. So you can have a search bar here, search little text there. I would recommend against it unless you have, 10 categories, a bunch of information that you want to showcase. In most cases, you might not want to do that. It might confuse clients more than that. So I would just remove that here. And then you have the option of the FAQs with the categories or without the categories. So these are the categories here. So people could choose between the different categories you have set up. So if you have a lot of questions and answers, you would want to set it up this way. In our case, we're just going to do FAQs only. Just going to make it simpler for us to showcase everything. Then you have also the social share option. So you see Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and a link. I would recommend against this. Once again, just it takes a lot of space and most people are not going to share to their friends the FAQ. So in most cases, I would say it's a waste of space. So you could just remove them there. In terms of the layout, you can decide this type of style you want. If you prefer this one, if you prefer this one, you could always change. We're going to see the design. You could change the different design elements of it. I would recommend expand just because it doesn't take too much space. Depending on the type of style you have of your website, you might, in this case, we wanted just something more sleek, more modern, just to make just as a purpose to show what these services are about, not to make it too complex. So if you want something more designed, then you have this here. You could also align the title. So if I go back to display, I say show title, and then you go back to layout, then you could have the title at the left. You can have it at the right. Let me just take this out here like this. In most cases, you're going to want to have it either centered or on the left. Let's take this back out. Then you have these settings. So the app settings here. So we'll show one answer at a time. You could do this. It means this is going to show up like this. So if you open up this question, so if I were to open up this question, this one's going to close. If I open up this one's going to close. You can set it up. If you remove this, what's going to happen is basically every single question is going to open whenever you open them. So it just takes a lot of space within your website. I don't believe it's that much value. So I would just say you could leave this on. Always show first answer first. Always show first answer. So it shows this up first. So it opens it up. So you could have it closed where what's it going to do? Well, basically it's going to be like this, or you can have it open where it's going to show up. Now it's bugging a little bit, but you get the idea. And enable scroll animation, just leave it there. It might make it better for a scroll. Doesn't really do much. So that's for the settings. In terms of the design, here you could change the heading, the title. So this is for the title that we removed, but you could change it here. You could change the categories design there. You could say the selected category. Actually, I'm just going to do this back. It's going to be better for this little tutorial here. So let's say header and background. Let's say you would change here, put it to, let's call it this. Let's put this color here. You could change off to, so you see here, select the category is going to change there. You can change the type of heading you have. You can change the font. So here, let's say in our case, we have a website that's using this font here, sign. So you would change this like this, and you would set it up. Paragraph category, you could set this up as well. You could change the background color, the app background. So let's say if I would go here, and I'll change this to blue like this, depending on what type of style you're looking for, what type of background. In our case, maybe we'd want to have it like this and have every single question in white. But I'm not going to make it just because for this video, for time's sake. And then you have questions and answers, same thing. You could modify them as well. You also have the option here. Just take this out. You see the little arrow there. You could choose this, or you can have it a plus and minus sign. So it's up to you here. And then this is what I want to show you with the link. So you see here, there's a link. If you do this, you could change the color of the links to your brand colors. In our case, it's going to be this blue, maybe a little bit of a darker one with this white background. Just helps up like this. And then dividers, these lines here, same thing. You would probably set it up within this blue. So that's pretty much it here. Support, if ever you have some questions, you could ask Wix. There's FAQs. They have an FAQ for an FAQ. So if you want to check that out, it could be interesting. So that's pretty much it for this tutorial. If you want to do it, if you want to change it for a different language, let's say you had a French website, well, what you could do is just in the multilingual tab where you have all the translations, you're going to have now a pop-up for the FAQ. If it's updated correctly, you're going to have a pop-up, and then within that, you can modify it within all the different languages you have. And once again, the title, I haven't found a way to modify this. Maybe it's possible, maybe it's not. Maybe in the comment section below, you could answer that for me, but I haven't found a way to modify this. So that's pretty much it for this little tutorial. Again, if you want to download our trainings, we have 12 trainings for service businesses. So if ever you're a service business and you're looking to optimize different aspects of your business online, we have training on SEO, training on website optimizations, and offsite optimizations as well. So if you want to cover that, we cover that in our tutorials, in our in our training. So if you can download that in the description below, it's going to be free. So if you want to check that out, it's going to be there in the description. Also, if you have any comments, questions, ask them there. I'm going to try to answer every single question that's going to be in the comment section. So feel free to ask any question. That's pretty much it for this video. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.